Okay, so John and I just got back from Sin City, Las Vegas, and we did something kind of cool over the week. We went to Escape It, which is this kind of brand new It themed escape room. Of course, it off of the Stephen King book, but the escape room specifically is through the interpretation of both Chapter 1 and Chapter 2 movies.
Situated not too far off from the glitz and glamour of the Las Vegas Strip, an unsuspecting building holds what may be the ultimate experience in escape rooms. Now, Joe Blow was lucky enough to fly us down to Sin City to participate in the unique puzzle world of Escape It. Now, I'll do my best to keep this as spoiler-free as possible, but if you want to go in knowing nothing, go to the link in the description for the tickets. Based on both Muschietti's films, the escape rooms for It Chapter 1 and It Chapter 2 provide different experiences in terms of setting and style, related and influenced by each of their respective movies. These both transport brave souls into Derry's chilling and unsettling world, but provide something unique and different for each chapter. Now, John and I did Chapter 2 first, which didn't hinder our experience for It Chapter 1, which is something we should be clear about. No matter which one you pick, or if you do both together, these experiences have a contained and fulfilled story arc, so you don't necessarily need to do the other to feel complete. The ambience and look are meticulously designed to replicate the eerie atmosphere of everything Derry. For instance, Part 1 starts you off in the sewers within the sanitation control room. Your entry into the world of the first is through this department. Now, there has been a problem, and you must help and check it out. While Part 2 puts you right into the infamous dinner scene at the Jade of the Orient Chinese restaurant. You're part of the story, and each chapter includes actors populating the world. Now, it's not a ton of them, so you don't feel so overcrowded, but it's here and there, and it's a nice detail to make things feel more urgent. A trapped civilian here, a lost city employee over here. Yeah, they're there to sort of kind of guide and keep the tension up. Now, each of these experiences keeps the locations within the movie, but expands to explore new and familiar areas of the story. Whether it be the Hall of Mirrors, Beverly's childhood home, or the abandoned Neibolt Street house. It's impressive how well the details are here and how things are handled in terms of spatial logic. Now, yes, some liberties need to be taken, but everything done here makes sense story-wise and comfortably fit into the world of It. Escape It acts as a haunted house and escape room with a touch of Disney World flair. There are times when the environment reacts to a puzzle or the deep fog in the sewers is interrupted by Pennywise running up the long corridor to scare you into the next room. You get some well-placed and detailed animatronics, and an intense and encompassing sound design to give you that horror movie feel. John and I were very impressed about how much this escape room subverted expectations. And the puzzles were hard enough to be a challenge, but never to the point where I felt annoyed. And trust me, I got annoyed real quick. I'm the guy that goes to a walkthrough in a video game after 2 tries, so I was very happy about the balance here. And the way the world interacted with us kept the thrill of always being in danger, always being chased. There was a forward momentum that was very impressive. No matter the chapter, you are always right in the center of action. For fans of the It series, Escape It provides a nostalgic journey through the movie's key moments, while delving into new locations, like the sewers where Pennywise roams. Participants interact with props, settings, and elements to pay homage to the original source material. Like I said, whether it's encountering a replica of the Neibolt Street house, or solving puzzles involving the Losers Club hideout, both escape rooms offer a deep sense of connection for those familiar with the story, and while being more than an average escape room. It's not like, I solved a puzzle and we're done. No, there's more here. It's an interactive horror experience. There is something here for everyone, but if I were to go again, I'd like to do both, as they each give you enough of a different experience to warrant 2 separate adventures. In all honesty, it was a hell of a good time, and with as much to do in Vegas, Escape It is definitely something I'd add to your list. As far as horror attractions go, have a couple of drinks, go with your friends, because this baby, it's top-notch.
I've done a few escape rooms in my time. I'll be honest, normally they're not my thing because I'm not very smart when it comes to puzzles. What I liked about this is it was hard enough where like you felt you're doing something, but it was easy enough where you weren't stuck somewhere. What I think actually is really cool about this is that it mixes a haunted house type of element with an escape room. So there's actors, there's events, things move, like the environment sort of reacts. I dug that a lot. I thought that was cool. The sound design and shit like that. I was like, okay, like instead of just figuring the lock and moving on, like just chasing you, things are popping up. I was like, I felt, for what they were going for, that they nailed this.
I totally agree. It was a mix of escape room, solving puzzles, but also haunted house, devices. Like at a certain point, we were like in a hall of mirrors trying to find our way out, and Pennywise kept appearing everywhere. Yeah, a couple times that we're not allowed to show it, so you didn't see it in the video. They told us we're not allowed to shoot Pennywise. He comes up a couple times, and it's pretty freaking cool.
Like, you remember the person like cowering because they were like coming over, and I was like, oh, that's cool.
As opposed to the movies, here there are two rooms: Chapter 1, Chapter 2. The movies, in my opinion, useless opinion. Part 1 is better. Part 2 is, I wasn't a fan personally. But in terms of the escape rooms, Part 2 is the best.
Yes. So here's what I said in my little type up. I think Part 2, the escape room, was my favorite because it was more action oriented. There's a lot of things that, like a lot of things moving, and it was very intense, and you're moving and you're getting chased. What I would give about Chapter 1, though, in the escape room is I did like the atmosphere more. Like, there were times where the fog was so thick, I couldn't see in front of me. And then you'd have somebody, like, walking behind you. I was like, okay, that's kind of fun. There's the cute little girls behind the cage, and someone's coming, and I was like, I can't even see where John is. I was like, okay. So overall, I would agree. I think they both offer something in terms of what they're doing. But if escape rooms were more like this, I would be more inclined to go to them. And we should also say, I'm not getting paid. You're not getting paid.
Yeah, we're not shilling here, man. If it's
no, I don't. I hated the second movie. I hated the second movie. It's atrocious.
It's a piece of shit.
It's that bad. So the fact that I like the escape room based off of an atrocious movie says a lot.
In Chapter 2, and I don't know if you guys go, you're going to get the same actor, but remember that dude with the long hair that falls off
the tree
or some shit?
Yes.
And he was like totally involved, man. Like, I was buying it,
He gave everything. No, remember you at the very end, shook his hand. I was like, dude, you made this.
Fucking rocked it, bro.
I know, like, give him a raise. I don't know whose name is. Long hair, glasses, probably the best guy there. I give him a raise, please.
Yeah, give him a raise. I agree.
But yeah, man, I mean, for Vegas, there's a lot to do in Vegas. Let's be honest. There's a lot to do. I'm impressed because I just assumed it was going to be okay. I was like, okay, it's an escape room, but it'll be fine. So, okay. They exceeded my expectations, which is kind of hard because I'm always a little bit thinking that things are going to be always a little lame.
So, guys and dolls, if any of you have been to Vegas, have done the Experience It escape room, knock the comments below. And if you're going to show up in Vegas, I highly recommend you check it out. It's definitely worth it.
What's your favorite scary movie? Swallow this.
Welcome to the end screen. Because we have our most popular videos up here, our latest videos over here, our modern reviews up here, and of course, the subscribe button right here, guys. Every little bit counts, and we do appreciate the support.